Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a bad boy member. And so this bad boy member, he saw my video the other day where I was talking about confidence. And he was saying that there was a dude on YouTube that he knows, this dude named Oreo Man. And he said he knows him personally or whatever. And, you know, he doesn't have a lot of confidence and all that. And I actually, years ago, I think, did a video to this dude, you know, talking about confidence and stuff like that. But see, he's one of those guys that they're not really up on the confidence. They think confidence is bullshit, all that other stuff, right? And so this video isn't necessarily just in response to him, but this video is for just guys in general to understand, you know, what it is when we talk about confidence, right? Because look, this is the thing. You know, people get confused by this because they say, you know, what the hell is confidence? Like, how am I supposed to be confident if I haven't done anything to be confident about, right? What you got to understand about confidence, and this is how you, get confidence, or I should say be confident, because they're like, how do you just be confident? The way that you be confident really comes from a place of you having faith in what the fuck you're doing, meaning that you believe that what you're doing or what you're trying to do or what you're trying to accomplish will work out, right? And the thing is that belief has to start from you. See, this is the part where I can't necessarily even help you guys. You understand? This is something that you have to bring out within you. You have to be the one to say, you know what? I'm going to go and do this. I'm going to go and do that. I'm going to accomplish this. I'm going to accomplish that. That's something that has to come from you, right? So, for example, you know, I talked about this in another video. Like when I first made my books, right? I had to have faith that I would be able to do it. I had to have a belief that I could make it happen. See, the problem is, most of you guys don't have that belief. Most of you guys don't have that faith in yourselves. You understand? You're always looking for things outside to tell you that it's okay for you to do something. You're always looking for things outside to validate whether or not you're worthy of making something happen. See, what it is that, you know, because you always say, look, you got to be confident. People are like, but what the fuck does that mean? What are you talking about? Right? See, the problem is that too many people are human doings. You're a human doing. This is why you can't understand confidence. You're a human doing, meaning that you're doing things to try to get confident. You keep doing things to try to be confident. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing things to a certain extent to sort of solidify certain things to where you say, well, I know how to do this, so I'm confident in my ability to do this stuff. But see, you're too busy being a human doing instead of a human being. This is why we call ourselves human beings. You understand? The shit is already inside you. You just have to tap in and fucking make it happen. But you don't want to do that because you're waiting on shit to tell you whether or not you're worthy to do shit, right? Now, this is the thing. A lot of guys, they think, well, you know, I gotta improve myself, and you know, maybe if I get like a lot of money, or maybe if I, you know, get some plastic surgery to look better, or maybe if I have a higher status, then that's gonna make me confident. See, what you're doing is you're just putting a mask on your insecurity. You understand that? You're putting a mask on your insecurity. Let's say if I have some shit in my hand. I have some dog shit in my hand, right? Now I put that dog shit in a box. And I put that shit in a box, a nice pretty little box. I put a bow around that box and I hand it to you. And I say, here's a present, right? You're still gonna smell the shit in the box. Even though the box is in a nice pretty box with a bow on it, you still smell the shit. So you can, you know, dress better, look better, have more money. You can have all these things. But what's happening is that what's going on inside your mind is still shit. So when we talk about self-improvement, if you're not talking about the mind, if you're not talking about improving your mind, you're not talking about nothing. You're not really improving. You're not really improving until you're improving your mind. Because you can you can go to the gym and work out and get a lot of muscles. You're just gonna be a guy with a lot of muscles who's still insecure. You can go and get a lot of money. You're gonna be a guy with a lot of money who's still insecure. You can, dress nice and look cool and all of that shit. You're just gonna be a guy who's dressed nice, who looks cool, who's insecure. You can get a fancy car. You're gonna be a guy with a fancy car who's still insecure. This is why I'm telling you guys that it starts from the mind first. Everything else on the external is the icing on the cake. Because the thing is, you can have the fancy car, the money, you can even be a good-looking dude, and a guy who's broke, unemployed, but who's confident, who believes he can get that girl, will step in and basically take a chick from you. Let's say you're at a club, you're trying to holler at a chick. This nigga could come through and swoop through and get that girl before you get her. Or that girl will be attracted to him before she's attracted to you. Because you have surface level shit, he has internal shit. You see what I'm saying? Now imagine that guy who's broke and who's unemployed, but he has confidence, gets a job, gets a lot of money, gets a fancy car. So he's basically got the shit you got, but he has more because you have all that shit, but you're still insecure. He has all that shit, but he's confident. You see what I'm saying? See, the problem is this, is that a lot of you guys don't have faith in yourselves. You don't have a belief in yourself. So what happens is that even if you try to, you can't even sort of think or fathom that what you want to accomplish is possible. That's the problem. You understand? That's the problem. You're looking at it like, well, I can't really make something happen because it's not gonna happen. It's just impossible. No girl's gonna like me. Chicks think I suck. And what you're doing is that you're taking all the shit that you've been experiencing and you're making that be the end all be all for, your what you can do. You're looking at it like it can never happen. But you're not pushing yourself enough. You don't have enough faith to make it happen. See, and the thing is this, in your minds, and this is what I wanna like have some sort of like, understanding of this shit, because, or I want you to have an understanding of this shit, because what happens is that you guys, for example, you think that it's impossible the same way a person would think or not be confident enough to jump out of a plane without a parachute, right? If you're in a plane and they say jump out, you're gonna be like, hell fucking no, right? Because you're like, I'm gonna die. This is not gonna work, right? And you'll be right, right? Unless a miracle happens, you're gonna fucking die. But if you're in a plane and someone has a parachute and they give you a parachute and they say jump out the plane, you have to be able to be confident enough to jump out that plane with that parachute and have faith that everything's gonna be okay. The problem is that a lot of you guys go through life thinking that you taking that leap is you taking the leap without the parachute. You think that it's impossible for you to make shit happen. You think that it's impossible for you to get this girl. You think that it's impossible for you to make shit happen. So therefore, you don't understand confidence. You think you need the fucking, you think you need the reference experience in order to be confident. Like you say, I can't be confident until I get the reference experience, right? But what you gotta understand is that when we talk about you being confident, it's about you having that faith. It's about you having that belief in yourself before any evidence has been presented to you, right? There is no evidence presented to me that I could be a successful dating coach. There was no evidence presented to me that I could fucking, write books and do whatever the fuck I'm doing. See, it's funny because a lot of times when I talk about this, people say, oh, Mr. Locario, you don't understand because you had girls who liked you. You had, you did certain things and you did this and you did that, which is true. But what you gotta understand is that the reason why I was able to do a lot of things and to get a lot of shit and to make a lot of shit happen was because I put myself in the fucking field. You understand? I put myself in the trenches. I've been rejected more times than most of you guys out there watching this video. I've been shitted on more than most of you guys watching this video. You understand? But the reason why I got so much stuff was because I got shitted on so much. You guys want to fucking, get omelets without cracking the goddamn eggs. You understand? Or what happens is that you're saying, oh, well, because I had a dude to leave a comment. He's like, how am I going to be confident if all of the women that I tried to talk to rejected me, right? Well, guess what? Find some more women to talk to. You understand what I'm saying? You know how many women that I wanted, that I talked to, that rejected me? And I'm sure that guy who left that comment, I'm sure he hasn't talked to as many women as he could. I'm sure he hasn't talked to every chick that he wanted to talk to. I'm sure he hasn't put himself out there to get access to more women. See, you guys want the shit to just sort of like fall in your lap without having to grind or having to do anything. You're thinking that, based off of what's happening outside of you is the thing that's going to dictate whether or not you're going to be successful. And see, what you got to understand is most people who are successful at what they're doing came from a lot of them fucking up, failing, and not getting shit going their way the first time. I always use the example of business. Every fucking successful business person you see failed. They had to go through bullshit. They had to go through hard times. They had to go through shit that wasn't going their way. You understand what I'm saying? But they had the confidence to keep going. They had the confidence first to actually, get up off their ass and do what they needed to do. Then when shit wasn't working for them, they had the confidence to keep going. See, a lot of failures in life are basically people who just gave up. But if they would have kept going, if they would have fine-tuned what the fuck they were doing, shit would have went well. You understand? Also, there are failures who just never tried because they felt like, what's the point? I'm not confident. Things aren't happening. This isn't happening for me. You understand? And the thing is, you can't just sit there and feeling sorry for yourself all the fucking time. Because, I hear dudes hit me up, they're like, oh, well, I haven't had a girl in a year, or I never had a girlfriend, or I'm a virgin and I'm 21 and I'm still a virgin. Well, what are you gonna do about it? Maybe what you've been doing hasn't been working. Maybe if you had a little bit more faith in yourself, you would keep going. Maybe it's this. Maybe you guys need to, maybe it's my fault. Maybe part of it is my fault because maybe I need to explain to you guys how much shit I had to go through. Maybe I gotta tell you more of the failures I had to endure. Maybe I have to tell you more of the rejections. Maybe I have to tell you more of the things when I was flat broke and shit wasn't going the way I wanted to go. Maybe I gotta do that so that you can see that it's not, you're not special and I'm not special. Everybody's going through this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, if you wanna sit there and think that, oh, well, I'm special, I'm different. Everybody all these girls like everybody else except for me. And it's because I suck and, guys just don't understand my life. And I'm like, dude, everything you're going through, the other nigga went through. See, I was fortunate enough, right, to be growing up and have people tell me that I was ugly. Then I was fortunate enough to have other people, as I was growing up, tell me they thought I was handsome. So I saw both sides of the spectrum. I was fortunate to grow up not having a lot of money, and right now at this moment, and I'm not rich or anything, so you know what I'm saying? But I'm actually making more money than I've ever made in my life. You understand? So what I'm saying is that I've seen both sides of the spectrum. See, the problem is that a lot of you guys out there, you know, and it's not really even your fault, is that you're just seeing life through one side of your own perspective. You understand? You seeing it just from your perspective. And what I'm trying to tell you, and what I'm trying to explain to you, is that the same shit that you're going through, I went through the same shit too. And so when I talk about being confident, it's not about, oh, I'm confident because of, you know, because I did this and because I did that. I'm talking about, I came from not having shit. You understand what I'm saying? I came from not having the things I have to having the things I have. It's that simple. I came from not having the things I have to having the things I have, right? I don't have the things I have just because I had it already. That doesn't make sense. Because it's like, oh, well, Mr. Lucario, you know, you looked good already, so it's easy for you to be confident. Dude, what about all the people that didn't think I looked good? What about the girls who don't find me attractive? I had to go through that. See, some of y'all are thinking, oh, well, no girls find me attractive. You're saying to yourself, no girls find me attractive. You know why no girls find you attractive? Because you haven't talked to enough girls. Jesus fucking Christ. It's because you're in your mind, you think you're such a loser that you don't even notice when a girl is attracted to you. How the fuck are you gonna notice when a girl's attracted to you when you think women aren't attracted to you? Do you understand what I'm saying? You can't even see it. You can't even recognize it. You don't recognize when dude, there's probably chicks that flirted with you, gave you signs, gave you signals. And this is why, side note, all of you guys should go to Bad Boy membership, because I have a program called 15 Signs She's Into You. There's signs that a chick is into you. You don't even fucking know, because in your mind, you're thinking girls don't like you. You see what I'm saying? So, it's like, yo, a lot of you guys out there, y'all need to understand that you have to have that faith in yourself. You have to have that belief in yourself. You understand? Most of the great shit that you're experiencing now came from someone having that faith, having that confidence to make it happen. Having that confidence to make it happen. You see what I'm saying? So if you are out there thinking, well, I need to wait until this happens or that happens so that I can be confident, dude, I'm telling you, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. Because you could be that guy, right, who is like, you know what, I'm gonna get my money up, I'm gonna get me some plastic surgery, I'm gonna get some nice clothes and all that other shit, but your mind is still fucked up. And since your mind is still fucked up, since you still have that insecurity, a lot of times you're not really even going to, get the chick. You're gonna have a guy like myself or others who have confidence talk to that same girl you're trying to talk to and get her, and you're gonna be feeling like shit. And I've done that plenty of times where I'm at spots and I can tell that this dude is one of those dudes who, you know, he's insecure, but he got all the shit, and he think all the shit is the thing that's gonna make him get the girl. Like, I remember one time I was at the spot, I'm talking to this girl, whatever, and so this dude, he comes through into the conversation, and, you know, I'm the type, I don't cock block, I'm just like, whatever. So if I see a dude, sometimes I even, what I do is I try to, if I see a dude is really feeling a girl, I'll try to help the nigga get the chick. Like, I'm good. I'm in that abundance mentality. Like, I don't need this chick. You could have her, right? But this one time, this dude, he was being mad extra with it. And the way I could tell he was being mad extra with it was because, you know, he came up to me and a girl, and we're in this networking event. And so this dude just was bragging. Oh, yeah, I got this. And, yeah, I just did this deal where I made this amount of money. Yada, 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 all that other shit, right? So, the girl is just sitting there, and all three of us is talking, and then I notice he's trying to, brag and do all of this shit because he's trying to get her attention. He wants to holler at her, whatever. So I was like, man, that shit is dope as hell, man. I was like, yo, you got all that shit popping? That's what's up. I was like, dude. And I said to the chick, I said, yo, I was like, this is the type of guy you need to be with. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a guy that got all his money, he got fancy cars. That is the shit. And I was like, yo, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Y'all talking, y'all get to know each other, right? So I left the situation, went to the bathroom, came back, and I started talking to another girl that was like near her and the other guy. So the whole time the guy's talking to her, just bragging. She's looking over at me while I'm talking to the other girl, and the other girl's laughing, having a good time or whatever, right? So that girl stops talking to the nigga, walks over to me and the other girl, and then she gets in a conversation with me and the other girl. And then the other girl, she had left or whatever, because she had to go or whatever. So now I'm talking to the girl I was originally talking to, and I left with her, right? So when I left with her, I said to her, yo, why the fuck you ain't, I said to her, I said, yo, what happened to your boyfriend over there who had all the money in the cars and all this shit? Because this dude, he was like bragging like extra crazy. I was like, this nigga's crazy, whatever. But she was like, yo, he just kept talking, right? So when she came back to me, she was like, yeah, he just kept talking about this and about that, and he seems like a douche and all. So I already knew this is. I was like, yo, yeah. It was almost like I was setting him up to keep digging a grave for himself, because I knew exactly what was going to happen. I literally knew that is what was going to happen. And the reason why I knew this was because this motherfucker, he thought that that's what he needed. But what was happening is that his bragging of the shit was basically him displaying his insecurity. But he didn't realize that. You understand what I'm saying? Because he felt he needed all this stuff to sort of impress the girl or to get the chick. You see what I'm saying? So, you guys gotta understand this, man. Like, when it comes to confidence, it's just you first having faith that you can do the things that you do. Now, once you know how to do shit, yes, you can say, I'm confident in my ability to do something. You understand? So if you know how to fix computers and you have a friend who needs a computer fixed, they say, hey, you know how to fix it? Yeah, hell yeah, I can fix these computers. You have that sort of arrogance because you know how to do it, right? But what I'm saying here is that if a computer was broken and you've never tried to fix a computer in your life, but you said, you know what? I have faith that I can figure this out. I have faith that I can start to engage in this activity and see where it can go. That's what we're talking about here. You understand? And see, if you're the type of person who thinks, well, I have to get all this experience first and then I'm going to be confident, that's not really where your confidence is going to technically come from, because a lot of times what you got to understand is that faith that you're having from the beginning of not knowing where it's going to go and not knowing if it's going to turn out a certain way, you just have this belief that it is going to turn out that way. That's you training yourself to actually have confidence, to actually really have confidence, to have that confidence, that real shit that's unshakable. You see what I'm saying? Because this is the thing, and I talked about this in one of my other videos and stuff, when I said that, the stuff that you're doing the stuff that you're doing in the game is for you. It's you training yourself to be that dude. Because we always talk about high value, being a high value man, being the guy who's the shit, being the guy that most women want, being the guy who is on point, being the guy that is the most attractive, right? How do you be that guy? How do you become that dude? You become that guy, that high value dude, by training yourself, training your mind, you understand, to be that confident person. And you train your mind to be that confident person by having faith in yourself when you are trying to make something happen. By having faith and saying, you know what, I'm going to put myself out there and I'm going to do this shit. even though I've never done it before. You understand? See, the thing is, I think what happens is a lot of guys think that in order to be confident, that they have to just automatically be brave and be courageous. You can still have some sort of fear and still be confident. You can still have some sort of anxiety and still be confident. You understand? And this is usually what happens first, like when you're first trying to do something, you might have that fear, you might have that anxiety. You understand? That might be there. Because what you're doing is you're breaking free from that, social conditioning. You're breaking free from years and years of insecurity, from years and years of being pumped into you that you're a loser. Years and years of being pumped into you that you ain't shit. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to have that sort of resistance there. You're going to have that sort of like, I don't know. You understand? But what it is that when you try to do it, when you push yourself, that's you being confident. That's you having that faith. Like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to go out there and make it happen. And that makes your mental stronger. You understand? And then when you make that mental stronger, you don't have to demonstrate high value. You understand? Because the high value is already presenting itself through how you've cultivated yourself through stepping up your game, stepping up how you view things, stepping up how you think about things. You understand? This isn't some surface level shit. This is time working on yourself, working on your mind. If you're not working on your mind, everything else doesn't fucking matter. You understand what I'm saying? If you're not working on your mind, everything else doesn't matter. And the thing is, in order for you to work on your mind, right, you have to continuously train yourself to think a certain way. You have to train yourself to have that faith, to push yourself. You see that girl, you're like, damn, I'm a little nervous to go talk to her, but you know what? I'm gonna go fucking do it. You understand? That confidence is there. You're tapping into it when you start moving your feet to go to that girl and talk. Do you understand? You're not waiting to fucking get money or, to get some new shoes and none of that bullshit. All of that shit is icing on the cake. You understand? You putting on a doctor's uniform doesn't make you a doctor. You see what I'm saying? You having some clothes, you getting a six-pack, you getting plastic surgery, that doesn't make you a guy that's going to be a ladies' man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that helps once you have your mind right. If you don't have your mind right, it's not going to help you. You see what I'm saying? So you got to have your mind right first. Then, once you have your mind right, all that other stuff is going to fall into play, because this is the thing. And I talked about this in my book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. If you are the type of guy who, believes that he's attractive to women, or the type of guy who thinks he can get girls and all this other stuff, right? What's going to happen is you're going to say to yourself, how does the guy who gets women look? How is his look? What does he wear? How does he present himself? That's going to start to come to your mind, but that first came to your mind because you've started to get into the zone of thinking of you being that guy that can get girls, which came from you starting to, have that faith that you can make it happen. So once you think that you can make it happen, you say, okay, how does that guy look? How does that guy talk? How does that guy walk? What does that guy do in his life? You see what I'm saying? So what you gotta understand is that by you, getting money, dressing better, all this other stuff, I'm not saying that doesn't help. But what I'm saying is it's not gonna help if in your mind you are still insecure and fucked up in your head. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. You see what I mean? So, what I just want to, end it off with is, you guys have to understand that you have to have that belief in yourself. You have to have that faith. You understand? You have to be able to do what you need to do, even in the face of being scared, of fear. You understand what I'm saying? Because what you want to get yourself to the point of, you want to get yourself to the point where you are really confident. And what do I mean by really confident? When I say really confident, what I mean is that your confidence is not shaken. You understand? It's not moved. Because right now, what you could be doing is sort of building your confidence. And what I mean is, you get it to the point where you're starting to move from extreme insecurity to feeling good about yourself, feeling good about certain things. And this is where the whole competence comes in. This is what I was talking about in the other video. It's like, yes, you can use the fact that you know how to do something. You can use the fact that you've talked to a few girls and say, okay, I remember there was a few girls I talked to who gave me their number, so I'm going to use that as motivation to talk to more girls and feel confident about that. Excuse me. So you can use that, yes. But what you want to get to the point is, you want to get to the point where you're consistently always you're practicing, understanding yourself and understanding who you are, to the point where you recognize that you had it all along. You recognize that you had it all along. This is why I say be confident. You understand what I'm saying? Because you had it all along. You've just been tricked into thinking you didn't. Because you know why? Because you have all those attachments, all those insecurities, all those other fucked up things in your life that have been telling you that you are not the shit. It's like this, if I had a whole bunch of jewelry, diamonds and valuables locked inside a car, but this car, all the windows were dirty, foggy, and all this other shit, so you couldn't see inside the car. Now, once I wipe the windows off, once we wipe all the dirt and the bullshit off the car, you see all the jewels and the diamonds and the valuables. Now, was me wiping the windows the thing that made the diamonds and shit appear? No. The diamonds and shit have been there, but we just wiped away the fucking bullshit. Now we're wiping away the shit so you can actually see and recognize what has always been there. You see what I'm saying? And this is what we mean when we say be confident. You're a human being. Once you understand this, you understand that it's there. You just have to tap inside. You have to get inside that car where all them jewels and all that shit, because it's all inside there. It's inside you. And then bring that shit out. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. Listen, guys, if you have any questions, make sure you click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, make sure you click the link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Now, this is a private one-on-one coaching session between me and you where we chop up game for a half an hour. So make sure you click that link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.